Hey, what's up guys? I'm Scott and we're off grid. Today we're actually going to get the transmission down, so let's get to it. Okay guys, so recap from where I left off last winter when the weather got crappy. So I've gone up in here, I've moved the muffler out of the way as much as I can. It doesn't want to go up and out without taking the exhaust manifold off, so I'm just going to leave it up in here and pull it out of the way a little bit. And that gives me access to that bolt right there, and there's one more right up there. And on the driver's side, you can see I'm up in here breaking this one loose, and it will take a these are all 14s. There's one, there's two, and there's three. A 3/8 ratchet with a short with a short 14 works just fine in there. It's a tight spot to reach through because you got your brake cable right there. But undo your top bolts and take those out completely first, and then work your way down so that it gets easier as you go. You don't want to be dropping the transmission and trying to reach all the way up in there. So, and right here is a, see if I can get that. Is a speed sensor. So I'm going to take that off before I start dropping the transmission too. So anyways, I'm going to get to turning these bolts, and once I get them all loose, I'm going to call up my buddy and he's going to come over and help me drop it. Since it's so heavy, I don't want to be out here by myself and deal with something going bad. And another thing you want to do back over here on the passenger side, you see that? That's the dipstick. You want to go ahead and take that off. It should be a size 8. And pull that back up through there. And that'll get the dipstick out of the way. So you can get a wrench up in there. You just got to push those wires out of the way and get it right up there to that bolt through there. Alright guys, we got the transmission down, still got the transfer case attached. I'm about to take that off. A couple things I had forgotten to detach when we started dropping it was the gear shifter right there. No biggie though. Once I noticed it, I just unbolted it. It's only 3 bolts, and then you pop out that center pivot. And there was a couple of hoses up top. I waited until we dropped it down a little bit so I could get up there and unplug those without tearing the hose. And this wiring harness, which runs into the engine compartment. Okay, so I pulled the transmission out, separated here at the transfer case. You got all these 14mm bolts. To undo. Some of them will face this way, some of them will face that way. You also have to take the transmission mount off the bottom to get the bolts that are going out that way. And as you can see here, I got it all nice and separated. And the trick to taking this off is just to jiggle the shit out of it, pulling backwards for a few minutes, and then it should come right off. But anyway, now we got the transmission down. And now it's time to take it apart and start rebuilding it. So we'll see you on the next video, guys.